Have you ever said that you wanted to date a well-to-do man, someone that is a high achiever, high earner, all of those things, and then when you get them, you feel like they don't have enough time for you? So for the girlies like myself, I am healing from anxious attachment style. So sometimes this bothers me. So I had to go pull some advice. I had to sit down with myself. I had to think and pull back away from what was seemingly happening, because that is not my current reality. But because I had that learned behavior in my nervous system, it makes me then in turn act out or want to detach from the whole situation, just throw it away. Okay, so if you guys don't know who I am Mentor Milan. I help women tap back into their feminine energy while also making boss moves. Okay, so I am a busy woman as well, but I always make time for my guys. Like, that is always a thing that I do. I make time for my friends, my guys, my children. I make time for everybody. So I'm really good with multitasking. Hold on one second, because my dog is trying to get in my room while I'm recording. One second. Anyway, I sometimes don't understand why people that are dating cannot multitask. Multitasking is not for everybody. Went to my favorite thing today, ChatGPT, just to see what they would come up with, right? Because for me, a thing that's helped me out was starting to detach. I pull away, I get busy, and I'm trying to figure out if that's the right route to go. And if it's not the right route, then I want to try another one. Like, every relationship that I've been in, it's kind of like trial and error. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's okay to do this and try things out. And then it also depends on your partner. Like, how much are they going to actually listen to you? Like, how much can you give them and then they don't receive it? Like, and if that even makes you okay, and if it doesn't make you feel okay, then it's okay to reroute or to leave that relationship. I'm fine with that too. So one thing that I have learned in healing my anxious attachment style in relationships is to not be so stuck on the outcome. Of course, I'm a lover girl. I'm a Scorpio. But another thing about me is, like, every relationship that I'm in, of course I want it to work. Who doesn't? Like, why would I even enter a relationship with you if I don't want it to work? If I don't want it to ultimately end up in marriage or something like that. So I take every relationship I get in seriously. I don't care how short it is. I pour, and then we have to see where it goes. But if it doesn't, I'm very, very okay with letting this relationship go. I am. I just want y'all to know that. So these were some of the things that came up to me from my chat. So if you guys see me looking down, just know that I have my notes right here in my hand. So it said one of the first things that we needed to go over was to see what's actually going on emotionally first, right? And that's what I always do. I always sit back and think about where I am with the situation. So it wanted me to figure out these things, because these are anxious attachment things, and I feel all three of them. Closeness equals safety. That is a thing for me. Like, if I could see you every day, be around you every day, talk to you every day, I feel like, like that's a safe point for me. Distance may seem like possible rejection. It does. And it's not about a self-esteem thing majority of the time. It just feels like you're not just being chosen by the person. Inconsistency can equal danger. Okay. So when people are very inconsistent, but that's one thing I can say about my person right now. He's not being inconsistent. These are just things that I have going on. He has been this way since I've known him. We were friends first, and now we are dating. And so this has kind of been a thing that I've always seen, but I never poured into him in a relationship level. So now that's what changes it. Even though I feel loved and I have the consistency of him and the emotions are present, it still can trigger me to feel like, am I a priority? Why don't I have more access? Do I even matter to him? Those were things that I've thought about. It does raise the heightened sensitivity to those. And I just want to make it clear that when you are doing this work, this is almost like shadow work. This is inner child work. You have to dig a little bit deeper to figure out why you even feel this way in the first place, right? Did this come from some adult stuff that happened to you, or was this some childhood stuff where you felt neglected in an instance? Honestly, for me, as a child, I did not feel neglected or rejected from either parent. And then I had a large family, so much community love. So I feel like the first time that I felt any type of abandonment in any type of situation was my first relationship. It was my longest relationship with my kid's dad. I feel like that kind of triggered and changed me. It was a traumatic situation, but it was very triggering to a lot of issues that I did not grow up seeing or knowing. I also put in here that I don't want to feel naggy. Like, so I'm such a feminine girly. I always want to be soft with my guy, and I never ever want to feel naggy. Like, I have some naggy friends, and I hate it. Like, if I even feel that it's naggy, I can only imagine how men are taking it in. It's like it's probably not even going in through one ear and out the other. It's like going over, because nagging is like the thing that I do not want to be like. Like, I just get mad. Pretty much the nagging is criticism, dissatisfaction, and demanding energy, right? Those also put you in a masculine state. When you get beggy and naggy, that's just not a place for this girl here. Okay. So the approaches for me would be appreciation first, emotional honesty, and the openness to like just hearing him out, hearing what he has to say without then in turn acting out. Like, you have to control your emotions, ladies. Like, that's the main thing. So when you present them with any issue, you have to be ready for what's to come back from it. Before, I have this request from him that I need more time from him, because right now I've been seeing him maybe like once a week, and that may be enough for him, but it's not enough for me. So that's where this problem came from, right? I feel like I wanted to go and ask my guy, or not even ask him. Like, I need to ask him, yeah, like, can you fit me in kind of like more, or does this just not work for you? Or do you even want to? Right? So it's like I was trying to figure out a way that I could ask him without feeling naggy, or feeling like if this is even going to work for me. Because if it's not going to work for me, then guess what, guys? It's okay. It's okay. The questions that I needed to ask myself first was, do I want more time because I feel unsafe, or because connection genuinely nourishes me? And I would say it was the second part. It's not that I don't feel chosen by him, but I feel like I need that connection from my person. I don't want to be one of those people that are like, oh, well, I can just go get it from somewhere else. I don't want to feel it with someone else. I want to feel it with you. And that's the problem. Like, it doesn't have to be to where I see him every day, but maybe from one day a week, we see each other 3 times a week. And if that's too much for you, I just don't think this is the relationship for me. 3 times a week is, I mean, bare minimum. The other question was, am I asking for closeness, or am I reacting to fear of loss? I'm asking for closeness. I don't feel like I've lost him. I feel like I have his attention. I know how busy he is during the day, so I try not to intrude on him working and needing to be focused on the things that he's got going on or and accomplishing. I am so the helpmate. Like, if it was anything that I could help him with, I promise I would be doing that. I just don't want to be in the way, because I know how sometimes when I'm like really busy, I mean, I can always talk on my phone though. So he talks on his phone a lot. I'm a hairstylist, so I can kind of like answer and text back, and my schedule is a little bit flexible when he's in calls. And he already told me, guys, that's why I said you have to listen to the guys. He already told me he is not good with multitasking. Like, even when we're sitting together and we're talking and a text comes through, he has to respond, and so he just stops talking. And I know I probably should stop talking because he's not listening while he's responding, but that's just me. I digress, because I listened to my guy. They gave me like an option of how I could kind of ask for this more time. And I'm gonna just read it to you guys, and you guys tell me how you feel about this. So, I really enjoy the time we spend together. I feel very close to you when we're together. And honestly, it's become something I look forward to during my week. I've realized I'd love to spend a little more time with you if that's possible. Even something small like an extra evening or a quick time together would mean a lot to me. I just feel happiest and I'm able to connect more. I feel like that was actually pretty cute and really soft. You guys can tell me how you feel about it. Is that a good ask or is it not? Should it be something else? What it was saying also was, do you notice that there's no blame? No, you never, no pressure. It is clear desire and it gave warm energy. I definitely like that approach and I think I'm just gonna definitely use that. So then it got on me a little bit about when I told them that normally I pull back. It's telling me that detaching to protect yourself can accidentally communicate disinterest, emotional distance, punishment, or confusion. Instead of pulling back abruptly, try regulated space. Okay? Secure detachment looks like continuing your life fully, already that girl, um, not waiting emotionally, already that girl, maintaining warmth. Yes, I do, because every time he texts me, I'm gonna respond, and I'm not gonna be like, "Oh, well, you didn't do this." That's like, just none of that. Hey, baby. Hey, how's your day going? All of that. Allow him room to move towards you, and he does. Like throughout the day, I think he feels like when I'm so busy and I'm not really like I'm not really checking on him during the day. That's when he come and he'll be like, "Hey, babe, are you okay?" Like that's what makes him tend to, ask questions and stuff like that, and just to check in on me and just see if I'm okay. Um, and then they gave me some tips on a secure feminine mindset shift, okay? Because sometimes when you are healing, I am not saying I am fully healed from my anxious attachment. That's why I am here having this talk with my chat GPT and you, okay? Because I'm still healing. It is a work in progress. Even though I feel like I'm almost there, I'm always a feminine girl, but I can be feminine and anxiously attached at the same time. Okay. But so this is what I'm trying to work on. I'm trying to be secure feminine. I want to be all the way locked in and I'm like almost there. But sometimes when I'm dating someone and when I feel like this love towards them, I want to spend more time with them. So what it's saying right here, instead of thinking if he wanted to, he would, let's just try this way. Let's try this. Let me show him what makes me feel loved and see how he responds. Okay? Because one thing that I used to believe in is if he if he wanted to, he would. Like literally, like if a guy wanted to show you that he loved you, he would. If he wanted to make time for you, he would. And I kind of hate that because whatever somebody may have done for the last person and it may have worked for the last person, it may not work for you. And that's okay. That's okay. But you have to show that person how to love you. Just like for him, if it's something that he needed from me, I want him to tell me what that looks like for him. I do not want to be in the way and feeling like I don't know how to love my person. And these are talks that I feel like you need to have. Like literally, you need to sit with your person and figure them out and make sure that you both are pouring in to whatever that other person's request is. And I think people confuse that when they talk about like love languages and things like that. My love language is what I want you to show to me, not what I like to give. Okay, so if my love language is quality time and yours, your favorite one to give is physical touch, no, that's not the same thing. You need to ask me what is my love language? What do I like to receive? If I said that I needed affirmations and then you're like, oh, okay, well, I'll just love and touch up on her more. No, that's what you like giving. And then maybe in turn that is your love language for you. Maybe you feel loved during for physical touch, but I'm telling you, I may need affirmations, I may need quality time, I may need acts of service. If I'm telling you that, then you have to listen to what I told you, and then we execute for each other. So I think that is a topic that I'm going to bring up to him the next time we see each other and just see what his response is to that. Okay, and his response will tell you everything calmly without games. Um, if he makes effort, if he adjusts gradually, and if he tries to create more time. All of those are signs that he actually heard you, that he's listening to you, and that he's trying to show up for you. Um, And this is, they also gave me some healing reminders because they know that I am coming into secure from anxiously attached. Okay. So it says, you are learning to do something new, not chase, not suppress, and not detach to survive. Okay. Stay emotionally open while honoring your needs. I still have to communicate my needs because normally for me, when I'm not getting my needs met, my first thought is to shut down, exit, leave. Let's wrap up the situation because I do communicate prior to. So if I get to that point where I feel like I need to just go, that's because I've already communicated it with you, and you have not received, you have not changed, you have not even tried to do the investments that they just explained on here. So yeah, so I'll be back with my next one. Let me know, guys, if you like the response, if you want me to dig a little bit more deeper into how I have healed my anxious attachment style over the years that I've been working on it. And then we will go over some more tips about all the other things because this is a new relationship style for me. Normally in my relationships, I see my person every day. I'm very much in contact with them. I have been the clingy girl. I'm not even gonna lie. I am clingy as hell. And I was just fine with being that way. So even now, my friends are like, girl, is this relationship even want to work for you? Is it? Because we know how you are. You're always with your man. Yeah, I am. So, but I'm working on it. I'm working on it. And I got the other video that was saying how I felt about not really celebrating Valentine's Day this year because he does treat me like Valentine's Day every day. So what are we doing? What are we talking about? But anyway, I will see you guys on the next video. Drop your comments below and let me know if it's any other topics that you would like me to address. All right, bye.